The story begins on a quiet night in a small town. Sarah, a young journalist, is working late in her apartment. She types intently on her laptop as the clock on the wall strikes midnight. Suddenly, she hears strange noises outside her window. Curious, she looks out and sees a black van slowly driving down the street. She doesn't think much of it until she hears a sudden scream. Sarah jumps up, rushes to the window, and sees a shadow being pulled into the van before it speeds away. The next morning, Sarah discovers that her neighbor, Emily, has disappeared. The police start an investigation, but there are few clues. Sarah feels compelled to uncover the truth and begins her own investigation. She remembers the van from the previous night and starts asking questions around the neighborhood. No one seems to have seen anything, but she remains undeterred. Sarah discovers that multiple children from surrounding towns have gone missing in recent months. She suspects a connection and decides to visit one of the last places a child disappeared. There, she finds a hidden camera that captured the abduction. The kidnapper wears a mask and seems to carefully select the children. Sarah realizes she is dealing with something much larger than she initially thought. Sarah discovers a secret online group that claims to know more about the kidnappings. She contacts an anonymous user named Watcher, who tells her that the children are being taken to an abandoned factory outside of town. This factory was once owned by a powerful businessman with a dark past. Watcher provides specific details about the location and warns her of the dangers. Sarah decides to visit the factory. Armed with a camera and her determination, she sneaks inside. The factory is deserted and dark, but she finds evidence that the children were recently there. She discovers a hidden room with sleeping mats and toys, but no children. The tension mounts as she realizes she is on the right track but unsure of how much time she has left. Just as Sarah is about to continue her search, she is discovered by the kidnapper. A thrilling chase through the abandoned factory ensues. Sarah runs through dark hallways, tripping over debris and old tools, while the kidnapper is hot on her heels. Eventually, she is captured and brought to a locked room. Here, she meets Emily and the other missing children. Their eyes are wide with fear, but there is also a glimmer of hope now that Sarah is with them. The kidnapper reveals his motive: he is a former scientist who believes he must protect the children from an impending disaster. He claims to have had visions of a catastrophe that will destroy the town and is preparing the children for a new future. Sarah listens in shock and tries to calm him while she formulates an escape plan in her mind. Sarah manages to free the children with a clever trick. She convinces the kidnapper that they can work together to save the children, but uses this moment to find a hidden exit. She cautiously leads the children through the dark hallways, always wary of the kidnapper's return. Eventually, they find an exit and run to freedom, just before the kidnapper returns. With the help of the police, the children are returned to their families, and the kidnapper is arrested. Sarah writes a revealing article about the events, leading to an in-depth investigation into the kidnapper's background and his claims. While some people dismiss his visions as madness, others wonder if there might be more to this story. The town slowly recovers from the events, and the children begin to rebuild their lives. Sarah is praised for her bravery and journalistic instinct. She decides to continue her career with a new purpose: to uncover the truth, no matter how hidden it may be. The experience has made her stronger and more determined, ready to unravel new mysteries.